Okay. Okay. Um.
I'm Santino Featherland, and this is my partner, Marty McChicken. We're the Chicken Police. I'm
Okay, I like this so far. Yeah, at this stage I'm just checking out the extras because why not? But yeah, overall this is my first time playing this, so with that in mind, let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah, well, why not?
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home.
Classic.
Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old.
That doesn't look right.
My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department, one half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness.
Says the sign with
what
color.
Bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago.
Oh.
And slowly I'll turn gray too.
So what? Are they aware that like all the color's gone?
Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment, and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago.
I like the sense, right?
We live in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure, why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days, and it's over. Retirement.
Yikes.
What could possibly go wrong?
You don't say that out loud. That's how something always goes wrong. Hi.
Ah, crap. My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness. The light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away. Elizabeth or Charlotte? I was sure she'd have a sophisticated-sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself. Or maybe I'm just drunk.
Probably that.
But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
Okay, I'm liking this game so far. Okay. So yeah, Phasma is the closest game I've ever played to a old detective movie. Yes, like this game's supposed to be like a buddy cop noir adventure with a cruelly crafted world and a gritty story, but with lots of absurd humor. Okay, I can at least kind of say that word. Fair enough. Okay. But yeah, so far I'm glad I like this game. I'm glad I bought this game so far. Yes.
Every whiskey has the same color nowadays.
Great.
At least in this price range.
Okay. This is how I'm supposed to do it.
I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here whether I like it or not. Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles.
I feel like that's relatable for several people. Well, what are these?
This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life. Before Molly left me and took our daughter.
Okay, I feel like that's going to be a part of the story later. Like, I was just like his daughter ends up getting involved
The good things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes.
Shoes are cheap?
We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight.
I wonder if we're going to meet Marty.
The wild gentleman. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground.
Damn. M.B.
Davis, the eternal king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants.
Sounds like a fun night. Okay, what do you gotta say? Speak.
Who is this dame anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
Okay, apparently it's New Year's Eve.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah. Miss Deborah Ibanez.
Okay, I thought I had to press buttons in order to do this stuff. Apparently not. Yeah, just apply. Right.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
Oh boy.
I'm not a private eye.
Oh.
I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Meanwhile, this guy's a little bit of a clock.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
That's how it always starts.
Look, miss, I work for the police, and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
Well, maybe for Mr. Clark, me not so much. I've been in this game for like 10 minutes.
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
Also, we're gonna go back to that later. How did you get in?
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've gotta have one. And it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
I mean, like... I mean, the detective can pour her a drink. She doesn't necessarily have to drink all of it.
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
Convenient?
What a coincidence.
New codex entry. What the hell?
So come on. Spill it. From the beginning.
Okay, flashback time. Or not. Yeah, apparently not. Okay, you got some numbers in there. Okay. Name, Deborah, that. Okay. Fair enough. She runs errands for her employer, a sophisticated lady, but I don't think she's from a particularly wealthy or influential family. Okay, that's how you do it. Hotel A Atlas. This place used to be a nice place. Now we're competing who gets swallowed by decay first. The hotel's winning, but honestly I'm not that far behind. Damn. Damn. Oh. Okay, like codex and stats. Question points, scenes visited. Okay, photo 35 achievements apparently.
I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink.
Is that gonna do any good or not? I generally don't know. Okay. Okay.
It's a very strange matter.
Okay, I skipped some stuff apparently.
First, there were letters.
That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift.
That's kind of
then
nice.
Carved into a brick, thrown through the window.
That part not so much.
And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
Oh, that's why it's... Is this why the title of the game is Painted Red?
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please, that's why I'm here.
Well, where'd you get your jewelry? I'm very jealous and curious. New functioning questioning. The victim, a lady, is the target of some strange threats. All of them are written. Yeah, I mean, I guess there are more ways to threaten someone than just writing. Focus on what you know about the suspect. Is he or she suspicious? Concentrate on that. John Doe. This fellow's rather suspicious. I need to concentrate on that. What the hell? Is he suspicious? I am suspicious. Why are you suspicious? Gather impressions from the suspect. Every new impression adds a new question line. A new impression. So many options. Detective meter is your best friend. It shows how well the questioning is going. Keep it on the positive side, okay? Okay. Blah blah blah. You make a good point. Plus 100 HP.
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I can scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
Yeah, boy. I mean, Phasma, this is the only question I can
Who
ask.
exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You come to a private eye, you should at least expect this to be asked.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
He's got a point.
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
I feel like, yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like for her more so, for him, it's probably just an average Tuesday. I was gonna say Wednesday, but nope. Until, just, god damn it. I must be cautious and smart. Okay. You're not very confident. Are you sure you're alright? Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? I feel like
you're not very confident. Are you sure you're alright?
I feel like either this is just like seemingly a better one to ask.
I'm just a bit nervous. I've never done anything like this before.
That's fair.
Breaking into the apartments of strangers isn't that big a deal. Some people do it as a hobby.
Yikes.
Please don't make fun of me, Mr. Featherland. This is hard for me as it is.
You're right. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, it's like Fosmo, the two options were either that or where do you live? Tell me, what's your star sign? Or did you come here alone or by yourself? On one hand, I feel like that's random. On the other hand, I feel like, did you come alone? Or was just like, again, it gives the whole like,
all by yourself.
at least looks like concern, I guess.
I took the subway, then the tram, and then I walked. It wasn't easy to find this place, and to be honest, I had to be discreet.
How discreet.
Yeah, well, I think I'm starting to get the picture.
At least someone is.
This is quite unpleasant for me.
Were you born and raised in Clarville? Do you even know what you want? Why did you come to visit me, and why not your employer herself?
Were you born and raised in Clawville?
Why do you ask?
I couldn't think of anything better.
Well, I'm not from around here. I'm from Grassmore. Maybe you could hear I have a slight accent. Do you know where it is?
Where what is?
Grassmore, of course. You just asked.
Oh, that. Don't worry about it. I'm not interested.
Jesus.
Huh. Do you like to play with other animals?
Oh, for the wild ones. Am I that transparent?
I'm afraid so.
Well, I'm a little rusty, it seems. Let's change the subject, shall we?
Probably better for several reasons. Okay, what? Yeah,
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
I think I've said like two questions are at least slightly like, wait, what? While one is the like painfully obvious, like, focus on the story.
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko.
Who?
She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
Oh.
How so?
Miss
Like a new
Natasha
person
is
added to the book.
afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
Except for me.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Is this going where I think it's going?
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
Alright. What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me? I'm sure it's not intentional, but are you toying with me? How did you get this address? What do you want from me? Okay, I feel like I'll ask that one. It could be a case of just she's worried about her employer. I mean, a little
How did
bit.
you get this address?
You know, my mistress has exceptional connections.
Okay.
If they were so exceptional, she wouldn't have chosen me.
Yikes.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Detective. You are the head of the famous Chicken Police. Am I right?
Was it a raccoon with a scarred face called Zip who recommended me? He hates me.
No, Mr. Featherland. I don't know anyone like that.
Lucky for you, Deborah.
Okay, yeah, first of all, I can ask them all. Again, first of all, like, what do you want from me? Could be summed up as, like, she's worried about her employer or just following, or pretty much just doing her job. What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
I expected your help, just like my mistress said.
Well, that's very nice. But have you seen this neighborhood? Have you seen this wreck called a hotel? Who were you hoping to find in a place like this?
Probably someone with a little more cheerful attitude, but then again.
Someone reliable
Well, I am reliable.
Hey!
and discreet.
That's right.
I wonder what's gonna come up next.
And thorough.
Oh boy.
No question about that.
And has a heart of gold.
Oh, so close.
Okay, let's stop it right there.
So close. Okay, are you in some sort of jam? This is just too risky for me. I can't take the case. I doubt I can get away with that. Let's pretend you never found me here, okay? Do you think you're cut off for this kind of work?
Are you in some sort of jam?
Nothing of the sort. There are simply things better left unsaid.
To a private eye, probably not the case.
Then you're wasting my time.
I trust your instincts. You'll manage it.
Yeah, and I have no other choice, right?
He's so used to this gig.
To be honest, no, Mr. Featherland. Not really.
Wow. Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Look, Santino, I'll explain everything.
I have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart. No offense.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I...
You see, we're starting to understand each other.
If you aren't concluding what's the point in all this, tell me. Why should I believe you at all? I generally don't know if I'm doing good or not.
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Yeah, that's a good reason to believe you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
What does she think we're like?
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
Fuck.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
What kind of answer is that?
Heh, smart answer.
I just might be dumb.
Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him...
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
Oh. Is he as fat as the Marvel one?
Exactly.
I don't think he is.
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
To put it...
Oh, okay, I'm decent! What the little crap? Point out the employer, Natasha's current significant other is the infamous gangster. Wessler. Okay. Let's go over the notes. The mysterious messenger. Her employer is currently Miss Natasha Katzenko. I'll end up skipping certain words purely just because I don't think I'll be able to say it without stuttering. Okay. Okay. She's afraid and secretive, or she's just a secretive and an outstanding actress. In any case, not everything she told me is true. I'm pretty sure about that. Her employer currently bolsters the ranks of Wessler. To put it, my lady, this explains the cloud of fear surrounding Miss Ibens. Natasha Katzenko, species cat. She has remarkably green eyes, and she is definitely in trouble. So am I. The employer of the person in our current office, allegedly she's receiving strange threats. Or serious threats. Currently the girlfriend to the notorious gangster. This explains a lot of things, mainly the excessive secrecy. Oh, okay, and learning about the new place, yes. Oh, wait. So far, I'm a decent cop. You know what? I so could have gone worse. But now what do I do?
I don't even know what these papers are.
What are these? That's been Phosma. The other Phosma is just still asking her stuff.
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints, you know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
Please, take a look at this.
Where's this going?
Well, okay. Let's see.
Okay, names the inventory. What the hell? I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. She's a trusted friend. Treat her as a gentleman.
I know Molly very
Oh my God.
well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N.
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
Wait, isn't Molly her daughter? Or his daughter? Or
Mr. Featherland?
yeah, what?
Santino, are you alright?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
He's an angry cuck.
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well.
Ibanez.
But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
So Ibanez, that's how you pronounce her. That's how you pronounce her last name.
Blackmail.
Don't play innocent with me.
She just pulls out a gun. Oh right, you caught me.
But
All right. When can I visit?
visit me?
Pretty sure he's meaning your employer, but
Not you. Miss Katsenko.
yeah, like what the hell?
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Alright.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
Probably.
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Oh. Yeah, that would be a good place to find her then.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko, but there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Oh god.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, just
How did
kind
you
of
know?
cliches. Pretty sure he's done this before, miss.
20 years experience, man.
There you go.
Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
Jim?
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
Okay, I'm assuming the rabbit's supposed to be the good friend.
I don't even know where the key is. Whatever's inside is gonna stay there forever.
Okay. Natasha knows about my wife Molly from somewhere. Or perhaps she was very good at She is very good at informants. I must find out what the connection is. Okay, so it wasn't his daughter, it was his wife. I didn't know if it was his wife or his daughter they were talking about. I'll find out at the club. An old friend of mine, he is stuttering heavily when he talks. Relatable! Lewis is the owner of the once reputable hotel and a good friend of mine. At the moment, he's my landlord. It's only the two of us living in this unbelievably enormous hotel. He's crazy about detective stories, and he gladly helps me whenever I ask. Fair enough. His phone number. One of the most famous nightclubs in the city. Owners of the juiciest of those things. And it's famous for not serving cops except if they're knee deep in the dirt. Sounds fun. Alright, I'm assuming I can talk to you more.
Legs that go on for days. Deep, dark
I didn't know what to do that. I didn't know what to press that.
Skin and voice. You're in big trouble, pal. Don't mention it, Deborah.
Thank you again, Mr. Feather.
Don't mention it, Deborah. I had no other plans for today, except drink. But tell me, do you have a light?
I'm sorry, I don't smoke.
Thought so.
Goddamn. Wait, what the hell? Oh.
She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know.
Okay, you just have
my last
a gun on me. Might be good.
You're lucky I don't have a light, pal. My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine. So I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes. Just in case.
I mean, you gotta look the part, right?
Just a phone call and a good friend of mine can take you home.
Thank you, Sonny.
Maybe I'm just old. And while I'm clucking about nothing ever changing, everything changes. You've gone out of style, old bird. Accept it and move on.
Damn. Yeah, like, what? Now what do I do?
Just a phone call and a good friend.
Yeah. Huh.
If only I were half as gutsy as these guys. Maybe in another life, in another story. Maybe in another life.
Oh, okay, I've actually got to call him. Pretty sure it's 555-111. Wait. No, not that. 932. It was my... God damn it. 932. Okay. That's it. So I guess he's out. Okay.
Am I bothering you?
not Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
He does stutter like me.
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Lewis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here, not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it, and now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place.
You're gonna wonder what did I end up doing in order to pass the time. Just either way.
Thanks for being so quick, Lewis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long, Deborah. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
And you know what? Maybe I'm able to check it out next time. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, and all the good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.